Welcome to Around the Horn at FantasyAlarm.com. I'm your host, as always, the one, the only, Ray Flowers. Qualifying offers come and gone. It looks like only one player, if the reports hold and nothing changes here in the next short while, only one player that was extended a qualifying offer has signed with another team at this point. It also looks like no one is accepting the qualifying offers. All the players that were extended that have apparently passed, meaning that all the players will now become free agents. They've all turned down that 1 year, $15.3 million contract. All the players now are free to sign with whoever they want. They can go back to the team they're from, they can go to a different team. The only caveat is if they sign with another club, those teams that signed the player are now owing the previous team a draft pick. Let's take a prime example of what we're talking about. Michael Cuddyer turned down the $15.3 million qualifying offer from the Rockies. What did he do? Signed a 2-year deal with the Mets. Here, this is how this plays out. The Mets now owe the Rockies their first-round draft pick, the 15th overall pick in the 2015 selection. That's what they had to pay. Now, in addition to giving that draft pick to the Rockies, the Mets signed Cuddyer to a 2-year, $21 million contract. Very reasonable, given his stature as a player and the marketplace. But it's very interesting that Cuddyer turned down the $15 million 1-year deal from the Rockies to sign a 2-year deal for $21 million with the Mets. I think it's a bad signing, to be quite honest with you. Cuddyer's a .286 hitter with a .795 OPS the last 3 years on the road, so he's still a productive player, but he'll be 36 years old next season. He's not a very good defender. He's always hurt. He's played less than 105 games in 2 of the last 3 seasons. I don't really know what the Mets are doing. They should have kept the 15th pick overall, built for the future, but they signed Cuddyer. Again, the only move thus far after all the other players turned down those qualifying offers. So now what do we get? Now we got an awful lot of free agents. The number one free agent on the market, let's transition over to that topic. The number one free agent on the market is Max Scherzer. And reports, guesstimates are he's looking for 7 years, $185, $190 million. He's going to break the bank as the number one starting pitcher available. If teams aren't willing to go that many years or pay that much money, John Lester and James Shields are the next best options. One's a lefty, one's a righty. Both veterans, both capable of throwing 220 solid innings. Neither guy's going to get a contract of the length of Scherzer because of age. But they're both great second and third options. Very interesting to see where they wind up. They can be an ace for a team, fantastic number 2 starter, but they still have the talent to be an ace. Going to the batter's box. Pablo Sandoval, we talked about. He wants $100 million. He's visiting everyone. His agent's talking to all kinds of teams, Red Sox, Blue Jays, everyone involved. Giants still involved in the mix there. Hanley Ramirez, his agent's talking to everyone. Hanley Ramirez has already said, look, I'll play shortstop. I'll play third base. I'll play wherever you want. He's basically looking for the dollars. He's wanting $100+ million as well. 3 of the last 4 seasons, the guys failed to play 130 games. So teams are going to have to pay an awful lot of money for the talent that they can't always trust to be on the field. Interesting to see how that situation plays out. Victor Martinez is now a free agent after turning down the qualifying offer. Now he's 35 years old. He killed it last year. 30+ home runs, a .335 batting average. And in 2 of his last 3 healthy seasons, he's driven in more than 100 runs. The negative being the 32 home runs he hit last year, that's more than the previous 2 seasons combined when he had 26 home runs. Don't forget he missed one of those years with an injury. At 35 years old, really limited defensively at this point. It'll be very interesting to see how long of a contract he gets, but obviously the man can still hit. Another catcher, Russell Martin, turned down the qualifying offer. He's a free agent. Where does he go? He hit .290 last year, a 400+ on-base percentage, terrific season for the Pirates. Very good defensive catcher as well. Now the problem with Martin is someone is going to overpay and potentially drastically to get Martin's services. Why is that? Martin hit .211 and .226 the previous 2 seasons. Not .290 like he did in 2014, under .230 in the previous 2 seasons. He's also a guy that doesn't steal many bases anymore. Duh. Catcher's legs get heavy as they age. He's really a 250, 15, 60 kind of offensive player. Now, if a team is willing to take that, understanding that's what they're going to get offensively, because of what he brings in the clubhouse and to the pitchers, absolutely fine. But be very wary, folks, whoever you are, if you're listening, if you're a GM, be very wary of signing Martin to a long-term big money deal. Could blow up in your face. And then finally, Victor Cruz. Now, Victor Cruz. Why am I in football mode? Probably because I spend too much time talking about football. I am baseball guys, right? At Baseball Guys on Twitter, by the way. How about Nelson Cruz? Yeah, let's talk about Nelson Cruz. 40+ home runs, 100+ RBIs for the Orioles, looking for one big final contract. He's 34 years old. Will he get that contract? A history of injuries? That's an issue. A .268 career batting average? That's an issue. He no longer runs because of his age and injuries. That's an issue. The 40 home runs he hit last season were a career high. The previous 5 seasons, he didn't even hit 30 home runs. He had 100 plus RBIs last year. Previous best was 90. He's usually in that 75 to 85 range because of all the injuries. Cruz might get a big contract. He might. He might also not. He might languish on the free agent market as teams are leery of all the concerns I listed there. He's the biggest power hitter available. Power is in demand in this day and age with all the pitching that's available. Someone will pay him. He'll get his. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. I'm Ray Flowers. It's been Around the Horn on FantasyAlarm.com. Don't forget to come there. Fantasy Alarm every day. I know you want to visit the baseball site, see our free projections for football. Lisa Ann writing basketball for us, as well as the daily playbook for basketball, having a lot of success right now. So don't forget to come visit us at FantasyAlarm.com for all your fantasy sports needs. Talk to y'all again soon.